What is up, guys? Alpine Gremlin here with some more World of Tanks gameplay. Today we're playing an encounter battle on Malinovka in my more recently purchased T-54 Soviet Tier 9 medium tank. I finally have that and the Jagdtiger, and you can expect some footage of the Jagdtiger coming up in the near future too. The reason why I haven't been putting up as many replays lately is because when I went to delete the update 8.4 test server file, apparently something went with it that prevented me from reading replays, so I had to reinstall the entire game. So all my mods are gone. I'm gonna have to get working on those again. So just bear with me while I get those back. But I figured I'd show off this is probably one of my better games in this tank. It's a couple of my friends remarked to me that I don't have the Ace Tanker Mastery badge on this thing yet, even though I am a lot better at mediums than anything else. And I don't know, it's interesting. There must be some incredibly skillful medium tank T-54 drivers out there, because I've been in games where I've done over like 5,000 damage to the enemy team, and I've only so far gotten the second class, but whatever. This was a pretty good game. The T-54 in general is a very solid machine. Doesn't have the thickest armor, but it's incredibly well angled, and it's very fast. The only downside is the gun. For a tier 9 gun, it's only got 219 millimeters of penetration, which is pretty subpar even for a medium tank. But you can see the armor is great. Now, definitely a lot better than the Patton. But the difference is it's just the Patton is much more. This is a much more specialized vehicle than the Patton. The Patton can pretty much do anything, whereas this is basically, it's like the T-44. It's a 100% flanking machine. So it's just you can't really snipe with it unless you go with the other lower penetrating gun. But I like to be more of a brawler in a medium tank anyway, so this gun is better for me. I get the extra added penetration. But anyway, Mojo is in his IS-3 here, where the two of us are holding the top of this hill. And you'll see later in the game how the speed of the T-54 really comes in handy in the end. Because obviously as a medium tank you're more of a firefighting vehicle anyway. And I shoot the cupola, that T-29, take him out. I was really surprised I made that shot, because this gun really is not that accurate. But we're holding down this hill, and I'm requesting fire on this Jagdtiger because I am at a huge disadvantage at this range. I tell Mojo I'm going to move up to the little hill, and he's going to follow. Unfortunately, you will see that there is some trouble developing in the southern flank. And you will see that it was handled, but me going down there in the end actually goes towards winning this game. There we go. See, there's an enemy heavy down there, and my teammates are pinging the map. So I leave Mojo in this KV-3 to defend the top of the hill for now, while I go back and respond to the more pressing threat on our flank there. Unfortunately, later on, Mojo is going to run into a little bit more than he can handle. Even though he is a great heavy tank player, when it's several tanks against one, it can get pretty tedious. Now you can see that Ferdy just barely missed me. We have a medium and a heavy in the south, so I kind of make a little detour. I go up this later on to see and try and knack off a couple HP of health on that Ferdinand. And there's a T-28. So they basically have three big tank destroyers, and in a medium tank I need to get in close to be at all effective. So on a map like Malinovka, where there's long lines of sight, and it's relatively easy to, and it's really good for tank destroyers. I really can't be too bold here, and so what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to move forward to spot for the time being. See, the STI is getting nailed by artillery, and because I haven't shot yet, they have not seen me. So I can just sit here and keep them lit up for the enemies. And remember, when you spot and people do damage to enemy tanks, you get some of that. You get some of the experience from it. So I take a shot, shave off some health, then I back off because I know you can see my 6th sense going off. I'm spotted, time to fall back a little bit, and you can see the T-26 took a hit, and the Ferdinand shot me in the side, tracks me. Luckily, my crew is relatively well trained in repairs, so I get the track back up and get the hell out of there, just so I can lose the detection. So at this point, they probably have lost sight of me, so I'm gonna move back up and spot on the bushes. And now, a little bit of trouble developing. Mojo is coming up against a KV-3. Not a problem for the IS-3, but his friend is going to show up soon. The IS and the KV-3 do a lot of damage to him, and there's no way he can survive that. IS is going for a flank, and he's got the KV-3 to his front, and the Jagdtiger behind him. So he gets set on fire and destroyed. So we've lost the hill. So at this point, I make a decision to fall back for now, because there's no way I'm going to do any good up on that hill. Instead, I'm going to do... the guys on the hill they've stopped because they have the high ground now. And our AT-15 just gets destroyed. And so I'm going to join the KV-13 down here in the south. As medium tanks, we're good at making flanking maneuvers, so we're going to go ahead and go completely around, considering there have not been any more enemies coming this way, and so in order to negate the effectiveness of those tank destroyers, we have to get around them. There's no way that I am going to do any good going toe-to-toe with them. I have to get around them, and I have to use my speed and maneuverability to outplay them. You can see I'm the only Tier 9. This is a Tier 9 game. I'm the only Tier 9 left on my team. Well, I'm one of 2 Tier 9s. So I'm basically telling these guys in the forest to buy the KV-13 and me and myself some time while we can get around, take out their arty, and get behind these tank destroyers. Now I have to be careful because I did take some hits from those tank destroyers earlier. GW Panther takes out the KV-3. But again, I'm pretty low on health, less than 50%, so I really can't be too overzealous. T-28 the T-28. I get behind the cover of the hill here, and so he sees me. I'm hoping that he can't shoot at me, and I'm right. He doesn't have a clean shot, so I'm gonna back off. And there's the M12. I'm going to take a shot at the M12. Take him out. Geschutzwagen took out 100 HP or so off me, so I need to move out of there before he's ready to fire again. And I've lost sight of the T-28, so I'm assuming that I have been holding out. I mean, well, not holding out, but they've lost sight of me. So the KV-13 is moving up to try and spot for arty. I'm going to try and get the drop on this T-28 here, because we were correct. Their rear flank is weak, so we're going to press this advantage. The KV-13 goes over. You can see the T-28 trying to drown himself. Well, not drown himself, but use the cover of the water to basically prevent me from getting alongside him. You can see I can't move my turret in here, so I need to back up. But it doesn't matter because the KV-13 comes around and finishes him off. But well played to him. That's actually a good way to save yourself, because if the medium can't really shoot unless he gets in front of you, which makes him vulnerable to your gun, as I was subject to there. So I'm at 57 HP here. I just got hit by the GW Panther, so I need to play extremely conservatively from here on and only exploit chances that I know I'm going to make. That I know I'm going to be worth me sticking my nose out there. So while the KV-13 goes ahead and spots out the arty, I'm going to cover his flank here and see if I can spot anything for our artillery. There's the GW Panther. You can see the KV-13 going at him. He does do some damage, but the KV-13 ultimately takes out the Panther. And you can see now the IS is spotting for the Ferdinand, who is right there. But now here's where I could easily just completely destroy this Ferdinand, but here's where the inaccuracy of the T-54's gun is really hurting me. And you can see I missed both these shots. So I missed an opportunity to take out one of their big TDs. Now is basically, now it's do or die. So it's me and the KV-13 against the Ferdi and the Jagdtiger. And KV-3 on our team is asking, are we going to draw this out? No, we're not. We're not going to draw it. We're going to go for the win. So we're going to pull up to these bushes where our comrades died, and we're going to try and... basically, we're going to try and spot them. I have to make my shots count, and I don't want to fire because one shot from either of these guys will kill me if it goes through and if it goes ahead and penetrates me. Alright, there's the Jagdtiger. And you can see here, this would be an easy shot for a vehicle like the Patton. But, it's not really working out. So I haven't shot yet. They've seen the KV-13 though. But I'm going to try and shoot. It hits him, trying to go for his lower plate area. And the Ferdi and the Jagdtiger are just basically shooting the dead body of the T-26, the Super Perch. So we're gonna try. I'm trying to inch out a little bit more just to spot him again, because the Jagdtiger might be tank destroyer, but it's a very big tank destroyer. So there he is, showing us his side. And again, here's where the inaccuracy really kills me. I fire, goes right over him. And the KV-13 is basically doing all the work here. I do track him, but I don't kill him. So one more hit. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, just tracked him. So I just go ahead and give the KV-13 the kill. So good, well played to him. Tier 7 in a Tier 9 game, and he's doing all this. He's being a big help to me. So I've shot. I'm spotted. I need to pull back because we need to keep our numerical advantage here. And the KV-13, I like this guy because he knew that, I really wasn't in any shape to really take any more hits, so he was more than willing to spot for me. Unfortunately, I'm not the sniper that I am in the Patton because the gun is just too inaccurate. But this tank is better for close quarters fighting, but so I'm really kind of pushing the machine here to its limits by asking it to do long-range combat. It just doesn't do it well. You do get lucky, but not very often. So here's the Ferdinand turning towards me. He just misses. If he didn't, that was lucky. He went right over me. So I'm not gonna take any chances. I'm gonna hide behind this SU-8, and I'm gonna let the KV-13 go in there, because either way, this Ferdi is done. He could show me his side, which he does here. Boom. Or he could show the KV-13 his side. But anyway, that's the game. Ferdinand's destroyed. 5 kills. Not the best, probably not the best game I'll ever have, but it is one of the better ones so far. I just have to learn exactly how this machine plays. It will take a little bit because it's just a little bit different than the Patton. Because, Patton is well-rounded. This is more of a specialized brawling vehicle, so I'm just going to have to figure out how to adapt it to situations like this better in order to do a better job in the future. Anyway, guys, that's it for this replay. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Look forward to more videos in the future.